Hello friends, this is Gaurav Gupta, your life and business success strategist. Just because you're going through difficult times doesn't mean you have to go through difficult relationships. These are unique times. This is the first time in our lives that majority of us are spending so much time with our families. I got a lot of calls from my clients telling me how frustrated, how fearful, how angry and how uncomfortable they are right now. They seeked help in getting coached on how to manage themselves, how to manage their spouses, other family members, because right now they're at the wits ends and everybody's driving each other crazy. For some of them it's very comfortable to even stay in the relationship now. Things which I'm hearing from them are something like, I'm at my wits end, my spouse is driving me crazy, my parents, siblings, I cannot stand them anymore, my family is really gone nuts. And on top of it, what's fueling all that anxiety is the fear of the future. These are unique times, and what makes them unique is number one, the feeling of being uncomfortable. People are very uncomfortable because they had routines and habits which they no longer can really follow. Second is the fear because of the future, fear because of finances, fear because of the disease itself. Third is everybody wants to focus on work, but there are household chores to do. Fourth, the most important thing is there is no me time. Earlier there was time with family, friends, mates, and me time, but now there's no me time. Plus, people's work and businesses are impacted. And finally, if you have kids and elderly at home, they really need a lot of your attention. These are difficult times, and in such times, it's very easy to get carried away and react rather than responding. There's this story, a very wonderful story about this boy who always used to lose his temper. He asked his father for help, and his father told him that next time, whenever you're angry, just pick up a nail, go to the back fence, and just hammer that nail in the fence. The boy tried it, and in a few days he could see that it was easier to hit the nail in the fence rather than shouting at somebody, and gradually his temperament and his temper got more calm. There was one day when he was no longer angry, so he went to his father and asked him, "Father, what should I do next?" The father said that for every day you're able to control your temper, just pull out one nail. He said, "Okay, I'll do that." After a few days, in fact few weeks, this boy was able to completely control his temper. All the nails were gone, so he brought his father to the fence and showed him the fence. The father said, "Very good, I'm proud of you, this is really well done." But an important thing for you to understand, my boy, is look at the fence. The fence has all these holes. You've removed the nails, but these holes cannot be pegged. The fence will never be the same. A very profound lesson for all of us. In that moment where you're angry, upset, annoyed, and frustrated, there's a tendency to just shout on people, react to people, and say something which you really regret later. See, if you punch somebody, or if you hit somebody with a sword, or you stab somebody with a knife, you might be able to take out the knife and the sword later, but no amount of sorry would really make for the damage which has been done to this person. And your words are the most potent sword. So it is very important that in those moments when you have a tendency to react, you should take a pause and respond. Here are a few things which I have suggested to my clients. In fact, 10 things which you can do to come out stronger out of this situation, and your relationships would be stronger. Let me share these with you. The first three sit in the bucket called managing self. Managing self, managing your priorities, and managing your states. Number one, find your balance. One of my favorite books is the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talks about Sthita Pragya. Sthita Pragya is a yogi or a human being who through meditation and mindfulness brings himself or herself to a state where the external world's, all the deficiencies of the external world do not really upset this person. They're more centered, they're more calm. They don't get unnecessarily annoyed, angry, frustrated, sad, or any of those emotions which are disempowering emotions. So be like this Sthita Pragya. Find your balance. And the easiest way to find your balance is be more mindful, practice meditation. I have another video on emotional and mental wellness which can really help you in this. The second thing to do is remember, ego is the enemy. It's your ego that really kills everything. In any situation, if you observe it as an observer, you'll find that it was not so much what the other person said or they did. It was that the other person did not adhere to your rules, to your way of thinking. Remember, everybody is a human being, especially the people you're dealing with in your family. They are human beings. So just keep your ego down, observe it as an observer, and take steps to understand the other person and do things according to them. Be a little more flexible. The third thing is, And this is the most important one. First things first. Your family is your first priority. It takes time to nurture relationships, to build a family. So give complete focus and priority to your family and keep unnecessary worry away. The next three things sit in the bucket called managing relationships. Number one here is love and respect. When you're vibrating at the frequency of love and above, you tend to look at other people from more understanding, more care, and more love. And that changes everything for you. That is the moment you'll stop sweating over the small stuff. The second thing here is think win-win. Other people are also in this with you. Everybody else is going through the same emotions. It could be your spouse, your parents, your children. Everybody's routines have changed. Everybody's going through the same thing. So be more emotionally aware and practice emotional fortitude. And the third thing here is seek to understand others rather than to be understood. See, every human being has these 6 needs. These are needs for love, caring, growth, contribution, certainty, and variety. So when you're approaching people, look at them from a perspective. I'll give you a wonderful perspective of a video game. So if you play a video game, especially the war and the fighting video games, there every character has an energy level or lives. So when you're looking at people, see them with 6 bars or 6 energy bars, which are the 6 needs. And everybody has a different level of this tank being filled for them. Your job when you're meeting people is to understand who needs which of these needs in how much quantity and fulfill that need, and your relationship would be stronger. So that was managing relationships. The last 4 things sit in the bucket called being human. You know, human beings are the only species on the planet who can do 3 things which others cannot. Human beings can communicate, human beings can have gratitude and be thankful, and human beings can practice a sense of humor and have fun. So here is what you should do. Number 1, speak to the family members. Talk to them, communicate to them. Whenever you are talking to somebody versus arguing, you'll always come out as a winner. In an argument, it's always who is right, whereas in talking, it is what is right. So speak to your family members. Never argue, because you can win the argument, but you lose the person. So always speak. Sit down, talk to your family members. Second, chart out a schedule. Divide responsibilities. Divide the things which you have to do and balance everything, your work, household chores, time with family, everything, and then stick to that schedule. Third, practice gratitude. Be thankful. This is not a war. This is not a natural calamity. It's just a small situation which will go away and we'll all come out victorious out of this. And lastly, practice a sense of humor. Laugh things away. Do not have too much of an ego hang up and do not take yourself too seriously, because this is just a temporary situation, and in a few years from now, you look back at this situation and either you will be smiling and laughing at it, or you will be regretted or full of regret that why did I do this? Why did I respond in this way? So these are 10 things that you can do to keep your relationships stronger in these times. Remember, these are difficult times, and such times are a test of your character. If you have children and younger people at home, this is also the time to give them life's lessons on emotions, on understanding people, on relationships, on being compassionate and on being human. But the only way you can do this is by first practicing it yourself and leading them by example. Remember, if you lose your job, if you lose your business, it's all temporary, you can regain it. But if you lose a person or the love and respect of somebody, that can never be regained, and the fence will never be the same again. So do not do anything permanently stupid when you're temporarily upset. This is just a phase, it will pass away. Stay close to your spouses, to your family, build that relationship, and you all will come out victorious. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. If you have not subscribed to my channel so far, please do so now, and also share this video with your friends and family and your network. Till we meet next, stay blessed, keep rocking, love your family, and be human. This is Gaurav Gupta, your life and business success strategist, signing off. Thank you.